I can't do this.
Sure you can. Who knows, you might like it. It's a killer rush.
Buddy, this is your fucking wake-up call, man! I am an FBI agent!
Hello, once again, this is Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs podcast, and of course, I am one of your hosts, Jay, and with me, my favorite man on the planet. Zach, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm just ready to movies and news and everything else that's been going on in the world, man.
Alright, you know how we always start the show off, Zach. What you been up to this week, man?
What I've been up to is
they can't see what you just did, but
It was smooth, though.
You try to eat a cracker or a cracker cookie, and right as I ask you the question, you lay it on your tongue and then you pull it off your tongue. That was very smooth,
though.
That was very smooth.
Yes, but mostly what I've been doing this week, I caught up on a lot of TV, man. Let's see what I do. I finished Dexter. I finished season 1 of Dexter.
Well, it's like the whole damn thing. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, not the whole thing.
Just the first season.
I didn't go to class at all. I just watched all
it's like,
Dexter.
dang, that's 8 seasons. Dude, that's 8 years of Dexter. You watched in like a week.
Yeah, no, but I finished season 1. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
How did you like the ending?
The ending was...
You didn't expect... Did you not
No, I
expect
did not.
the twist, right?
No, that was a really good twist with the Ice Truck Killer. I enjoyed that a lot. Totally. I definitely did not see that coming at all. And, I mean... When you really think about like the whole season in general, like it totally made sense. Like nobody else would know that much shit about Dexter.
Yeah.
And like the whole bloodbath thing and like knowing like kind of the memory that he suppressed, but it was definitely not something that I saw coming at all. It was definitely
it was so
really
great too because the way they did it is like they're giving you this picture of like Dexter, like what happened to Dexter in the containment thing.
Yeah.
And like you keep thinking, oh dude, it's a bummer. You saw his mom get bursted alive. Oh, this sucks. Yeah. But the entire time you're seeing it, but like they're not giving you the full picture on purpose. Like, his brother is also right next to him.
Yeah, he's literally like a foot away from him.
But he just doesn't remember that part. That was such great writing.
Yeah, it was solid. I really enjoyed it a lot. I also caught up on Arrow.
Okay.
All the way to the mid-season for this year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Pretty good.
I'm nowhere near.
You're not.
I'm still like I finished season 2. I haven't watched anything this past season.
Yeah, this season 3 is like all about race. Like it's all about race.
I'll pass on that.
Yeah, that's all it's been about. The mid-season was Race and Oliver having their big fight over. His sister became a badass.
Oh,
Thea?
Oliver. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Does she go? She goes with Malcolm, right?
Yeah, she goes with Malcolm and she like trains with him and shit. She's like a legit badass.
Is she become like a Arrowsman?
I don't think. He's been focusing more on like swordplay with her.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, instead of like focusing on like the arrows and shit like that. But yeah,
but she's cool because I love Thea. Like, but like I was getting aggravated of her just being like she can't do anything. She's just annoying.
Yeah, like
teenager.
she can actually do stuff now. Like she hides it from like Oliver because she doesn't want him to know that she's been doing shit with Malcolm.
Does she know he's Arrow? No, right?
No. She still doesn't know. Like Malcolm still hasn't told her.
Okay.
He just like hints at the fact that Oliver still has more secrets and that he's still lying to her, but like she's still lying. She's lying to him now too. So it's like it doesn't really matter. So it's like they're both lying to each other. But yeah, like she actually fights Nissa. Like Nissa was about to kidnap her, and like she actually fights her off for a little bit. So
who's Nissa? Who's that?
It's like they're saying it's Raisha's daughter in the Arrow, which is stupid to me because it should be Talia. Yeah, it's not Talia.
Oh, that's
like,
the girl
Nissa girl?
That's the girl that is sort of in love with Sarah, right?
Yeah, it's like the lesbo love fest with Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. If Sarah could barely like fight Talia, whatever her name is, Talia. Yeah. Then how could Thea do it? Come on. Yeah. Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool though. I mean, I knew she was going to become a some sort of fighting character since obviously Roy is Arsenal / Red Arrow, whatever they want to call him.
Yeah, they're calling him Arsenal.
Okay, are they?
Yeah, they're
whatever.
actually that.
Whatever. But then you're gonna. So is Thea gonna become Red Arrow then? She becomes Speedy. Or
I
whatever.
hope so. I hope so.
I mean, her nickname's already Speedy, so she's already gonna become his sidekick, right? That's like, might as well go ahead and do that.
Yeah, as soon as she finds out that Oliver's Arrow, I'm pretty sure that like that's gonna be. No, I lied because they're probably gonna be the whole. Oh, I don't think you should do this. It's too dangerous lifestyle. It's like you're already a badass, but it's too dangerous for you.
And
like
she'll be like, Ollie, you shouldn't do this. And he'd be like, bitch, I've been doing this for like 7 years now.
Yeah, I've been doing this since I've been on an island. It's been almost 8 years now.
I fought a super soldier named Deathstroke. I can handle. I
fought the guy who killed our mom. I think I know what the hell I'm doing.
Dude, he killed her mom?
Season 2.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
Deathstroke killed Oliver Queen's mom.
Oh, well, I hated her anyways, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well. I liked her more towards the end when she kind of would start being a dumbass when she realized that she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. But I mean, the first season I hated her so much.
I didn't like her in the first season at all.
Dude, yeah, whatever. I'll watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have you been watching?
What else have I been watching? I watched American Sniper last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, I saw it in theaters with a bunch of brothers of mine. We all went to see it. There was like 20 of us.
Okay, hold on. This movie has been getting a lot of, like, to the general public.
Yeah.
I've been seeing like, oh, this movie is so amazing.
Uh-huh.
But to like film critics, I've been getting like, this movie is like Clint Eastwood's worst movie he's ever directed. You know, so what do you think? What do you think of it? I'm
gonna write an article that you can see on the extendedition.com by the end of tonight.
It's a good website, I think.
Yes, yeah, it's really good. I've heard really good things about it.
A good website.
But that'll be up by the end of tonight. I'm gonna write a review on American Sniper. But I really feel like this movie was snubbed by critics. I really feel like it wasn't a fantastic biopic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a war movie, I think it was really good. I think it was up there with like Black Hawk Down, not Saving Private Ryan because that's like on a whole different level. But like
also Saving Private Ryan's fictionalized too. So
well, yeah, that's true.
They take it differently. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely with like Black Hawk Down and The Hurt Locker and stuff like that. Like these really
like grounded.
Yeah, like really grounded, realistic war movies, and especially in the more modern era with the Iraqi war and stuff like that. And I really feel like this movie captured like the grittiness of the Iraqi war, and not just that, but the journey that you see Chris Kyle go through with which Bradley Cooper did a fucking amazing job.
Yeah,
in this movie, he is the best I've ever seen him.
I see. I haven't seen this movie yet, and I plan to at some point. But I have my gripes with this movie, which we'll talk about later.
Right.
About Oscar nominations. I have my gripes with American Sniper.
Okay.
But as a movie, so I can tell from the trailer, like the first trailer that was released for the movie, I was like, whatever, American Sniper. Christmas Day. I'm like, oh damn, okay, they're going real American. The second trailer came out, which I wrote an article on our website.
Right.
And that was like, I'm in. This looks great. Bradley Cooper looks like he's actually like, doing a really interesting type of acting character for this role. But the one thing I've been hearing is that he didn't really become the guy. He just impersonated him really well. That's what I've been hearing.
I can't speak for that personally because I don't personally know Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
So I don't know
if
he's actually. So. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's just in person. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. He died.
But I don't know if he was like just impersonating him or if he was actually becoming him. But the journey that I saw Bradley Cooper go through with this character in this movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't give Clint Eastwood enough credit in directing, and I feel like one of his strong points is being able to show the journey of a character throughout his movie.
Sure.
And I feel like that is one of the strongest points about this movie is seeing Bradley Cooper start off as some wannabe cowboy in Texas and then going through boot camp and then all 4 tours of him going back to Iraq to hunt this sniper called Mustafa, who is like basically his... and they're both on like equal levels of how like unparalleled they are
at sniping.
At sniping and like getting their man. But yeah, to see that kind of sort of his breakdown through each tour and how he loses a part of himself, like especially after the third tour where he ends up losing a bunch of the guys that he went through boot camp with, who they're all called the Punishers.
Okay.
It was a really heavy movie. I thought it was really good, especially at the end where Bradley Cooper is basically, he quit the military like after his fourth tour and he got the Mustafa guy. He quit the military. He goes back to his home and he tries to rebuild his life, and he does it through helping others through the veteran affairs.
Yeah. And
to see him kind of redeem himself and get back into a normal life was it was really powerful, especially at the end where, spoiler alert, he gets killed by one of the veterans he was trying to help. But to see like him basically come back and be able to grab back hold of his life and then it be snuffed by something that was he was basically killed by the thing that helped bring him back and help save his life from the war. It was such a downer. Like after we got out of that movie theater and the credits usually roll, and you know how people are usually clapping and stuff like that, it was dead silent when those credits started to roll. Like everybody kind of felt that. It was a very emotional movie, I thought.
For sure. I mean, I can totally see why it would be. Regardless of, I mean, obviously the actual guy himself, obviously he's an American hero, all stuff like that. And when people are criticizing the movie, they're not criticizing this guy's character or this guy's life. They're just criticizing the actual filmmaking. And everything I've been seeing, besides the fact that Bradley Cooper didn't really become the guy, or he's just kind of impersonating him, or an impression of him, is that they feel like this has been like it's a drop off from what Clint Eastwood could do. Like the past few movies he's made have been like mediocre or whatever.
Right.
This, for me personally, the last movie he made that I thought was really good was Mystic River, and that was probably like 2003 maybe. I don't remember exactly the year it came out, but it's been a while. And everything since then I didn't really care for. Like Gran Torino I didn't care for, or the Flags of Our Fathers, whatever movie. I thought those movies were bad. So I mean, if you like this movie, I'm excited to read your review about it because I definitely want to see it for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely felt like this was a really good movie in my opinion. So yeah. Cool. Check out the review later on the extendedition.com.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
And the last thing is, I have to say, it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Okay.
I saw The Scorpion King.
Dude,
the very first one with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Jesus Christ.
I have to admit, this is a guilty pleasure of mine.
So you like this movie?
I like this movie. I don't know why.
Oh, come on. Fuck you.
I don't know why I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. I don't know what it is about this movie, but I don't know. It speaks to me on some level.
It's funny you mentioned The Scorpion King because, first off, this movie sucks. This movie is complete garbage, by the way.
We can agree to disagree. But
Sure. But I was texting you a few days ago and you told me you watched this movie, The Scorpion King. I was at Walmart looking for Blu-rays, as I always do. There's a fucking Scorpion King 4.
Wait, what?
There's a fourth one out.
They made sequels?
Yeah, there's the Scorpion King 4.
Why? The first one was so good. There's no reason for sequels.
There's a Scorpion King 4 on Blu-ray. Like, it's recent release. I was like, whoa.
It doesn't have The Rock in it, does it?
No.
Well, it's a piece of garbage.
He's too big for the Scorpion King now, but
I
didn't even know they made it 2-3,
I didn't even know they had 4. Like, that definitely is not something...
Because to me, the Scorpion King is just a crappy spin-off of The Mummy.
I mean, it is
because The Mummy's good. Like I like The Mummy 1. The Mummy 1 and 2. I think.
Well,
are really
it's a spin-off of The Mummy 2.
Yeah,
where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has terrible CGI, scorpion-looking body.
10 seconds, right?
Something like he's like 5 minutes of screen time, and then he gets stabbed in the chest.
I mean, I love The Mummy. The Mummy is.
Yeah.
I think
the first Mummy was a great movie.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun series. I mean, Mummy 1 was great. Is great. Mummy 2 is really. It's like Indiana Jones, but like. It's in the same vein as Indiana Jones. And I think Brendan Fraser's really cool in that movie. But 1's great, 2's good, 3 is not good.
That's the one with Jet Li, right?
Yeah, and that's the problem. I love Jet Li. I was like, man, this movie's going to be so good because it's like in China, like Chinese zombies. And like, no, it was not good at all. It was bad.
Damn.
But I mean, if they're I heard they're going to do a reboot, but I'm not sure what's going on with that now.
I know Universal is trying to do that whole... extended universe with their monster movies type of thing, because they started off with that Dracula Untold.
Yeah,
with Luke Evans.
I keep hearing this joke about that movie on YouTube where it's like, I forgot what channel it was, but it was like the movie that Dracula Untold. This story shouldn't have been told. It should not have been told. And I was like, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. But
sure.
they're trying to do that whole thing. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to do like a mummy movie and whatever the swamp movie, Black Lagoon or whatever.
Lagoon,
all those other type of classic.
You know what?
Movies.
And actually, like, even though Dracula Untold got really bad reviews, and I mean, those movies they're generally fun. You know?
Yeah. I saw the movie with my mom because my mom likes vampire movies.
Yeah.
And it was a fun movie. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but I mean, it was a good. I think it was like a little less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't that much of a time waster, and it was still fun.
For sure. Cool. Anything else you've been checking out?
No, that's about it for me. What about you? What have you been looking at?
All right, so I've been as usual. I'm always watching something. You know, I'm always plowing through tons of stuff. This week I finally, last week, I finally watched Snowpiercer.
Okay.
And I loved it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if I actually watched it in 2014, it would have been on my top list of 2014 if I made one for sure. I mean, this movie was great. I thought it was going to be a Chris Evans movie. Just like, hey, it's Chris Evans on a train with an Asian director. It's going to be a Korean movie with Chris Evans. It was like way more than that. It was a really good like science fiction movie that really makes you think about stuff and really makes you look at this. It's a society like based movie. Okay. And it's like, dude, it was so good. And like there's the CG in it was like, you know, it's fine. But the actual scenes on the train, which is the most of the movie, so good. So good. Fun, really like smart. And the entire cast was like top notch. I mean, like, and they did a really cool thing too, because it's like it's a mix between American actors, British actors, and then Asian actors. And since they can't speak the same language, they do a really cool thing where like the Asian actors will use a dialogue box and talk through it, and then it will translate in the middle of the scene, right? So Chris Evans is talking to the Asian guy, like, and while he's talking, they're both holding this like little device and it's translating it and like repeating it like right there. So it's like on the spot. There's like no like, you know, pause for like dilate for translation, or whatever. Like, or hey, Chris Evans can speak Korean. No. They can't speak the same language.
Right.
There's a translation machine, and it's like it's so smart. And,
that's awesome.
You know, it's really smart dystopian type future movie about social classes, and it's really fun. I watched that. That was great. That was on Netflix.
Yeah,
I actually bought that too today.
Oh, nice.
So, Mission Impossible 1, I rewatched.
Oh, yeah.
Still great. Still
Fantastic.
such a fun movie. That, you know, and out of the 4 that are out, it's probably my second favorite. I like 3 the most.
3 was really, really good.
I love 3 because it has Philip Seymour Hoffman in it. 2 is my least favorite, even though it's directed by John Woo, and I love John Woo.
Right.
But it goes, for me, it's 3, 1, Ghost Protocol, then 2.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's still great. You know, it's still rewatchable. The scene in the CIA where he's like coming down on the wire, that whole sequence is like 20 minutes long or whatever, like 15-minute long sequence. Still just as great to watch as it was in like 1994, whatever the movie came out.
Right.
Watched that.
Okay.
And then I watched a wuxia kung fu movie called Detective D: Rise of the Sea Dragon.
Okay.
Which is the sequel to a movie called Detective D and like the Secret of the Something Flame or whatever, which is the same kind of movie. This is a prequel to that movie, and it's like Sherlock Holmes with kung fu wire work. With really bad CG at the end. Like, you actually see the sea dragon in it, and it's like, don't fucking put the sea dragon in this movie because it was stupid. But yeah, it's really well made, really well scripted, really well acted. The martial arts scenes are really fun, but they combine classic kung fu wire work with some CG, which I don't really like that. I like just strict classic wire work. But this movie's fun. And again, it's like Sherlock Holmes. So if you like the new Sherlock Holmes stuff, like the Robert Downey Jr. stuff, it's like that, but with martial arts. And it's a prequel to Detective D is a really famous Chinese like folk hero character who's known for like solving these murders, whatever. The first one has Andy Lau in it, who's like he's an older guy in it. This is like he's like just got his job working for this like the Chinese lord.
Okay,
whatever. So it's fun. It's kind of cool. Very supernaturally.
Right.
And then I watched. I mean, I love Asian movies, so I watch more Asian movies. I watched The Detective and The Detective 2, which are these neo-noir Asian detective films. There's a third one out, couldn't find it, but Netflix has 1 and 2 on it. It's about a guy who's like a bumbling detective who like has really bad vision. And like they're okay, right? Like anything noir is automatically I'm in.
Right.
They take place in like Thailand, I believe. And the first one's about like a girl who's killing people and he's trying to find her. The second one's about a psychopathic murderer. And there's a story, like another storyline that flows through all those movies, all 3 of them. And like they're good, but they're not like, you know, Drive or like Nightcrawler level of noir or whatever it may be. They're okay. Not a lot of action.
So are they just... Yeah, there's not a lot. So there's not a lot of like action. It's more. Like,
it's a lot of him talking and him like discovering things and being a detective or quote unquote a detective. And like don't get me wrong, like they're entertaining movies. Yeah. But if you have time to kill, you could probably go watch a better noir movie. And then this is gonna be a little bit longer, my little thing here, because this is a movie that I watched. The next movie I watched is called The Revenge of the Green Dragons. Okay, this is an Asian American movie. Now get this. Okay, I saw this movie. They had a clip of this movie on IGN probably like 8 months ago. And I love anything involving Asian gangs or gangs in general, especially when they're Asian gangs. I'm automatically involved. Whether they're triads, Vietnamese, Japanese, Yakuza, whatever it may be. I'm into it. Yeah. And this trailer this teaser clip had them like cutting off a guy's finger. And I was like, I'm in it. And it's American, sweet. I'm totally down. Then it said, the screen said, from executive producers Martin Scorsese, I'm in. You got me in.
You got me.
I'm down. Director of Infernal Affairs. I'm fucking in. You have Martin Scorsese executive producing it. Yes. Directed by the guy who did Infernal Affairs, which later was adapted into the Martin Scorsese film, The Departed.
The Departed.
I'm in. Yeah. It's an Asian gang.
Why would you not?
Exactly. And people are like, the title of the movie sucks. Revenge of the Green Dragons? Yo, that sounds cool. Like, I'm in. I'm in it.
Right.
But, so I've been waiting for it. Haven't seen it because I couldn't watch it in theaters. They weren't playing it here. It had a smaller release. Came out on Blu-ray this past week. I saw it. I was like, fuck, that's the movie.
That's it.
So I bought it. I watched it. And it fucking sucked.
It was bad?
It was so bland and boring. It's directed by Andrew Lau and Andrew Liu. It stars Ray Liotta's in it. Justin Chon, Harry Shum, and Kevin Wu, a.k.a. Kev Jumba. The YouTube guy.
Kev Jumba?
Yeah, he plays one of the main characters. And the movie is so below mediocre, man. It like had a good concept that could have been really cool. It starts with these friends. They get over. It's back in like the 70s when it starts the movie,
right?
Or like the 80s, excuse the 80s. And it starts with these 2 boys coming over on a boat from China. They get there. The main character's parents die on the boat ride, so he's forced to live with someone else's family. That's Kev Jumba's character. They grew up together, and then at some point they're being harassed by the Green Dragons, who are the gang in that local area. They're forced to join in, and then like 10 years later or whatever, excuse me, Jesus, they're full-fledged Green Dragons running amok in New York City. You know what I mean? And it's like, and from there it could have been really cool because they're like, there's other gangs in the area. There's like the White Tigers, and there's like the Koreans, and then there's like all these cool, like a mafia type of thing. But they didn't go that direction. They wanted to go a love, quote unquote, triangle direction. The back of the car says love triangle, whatever. There was no triangle in it at all. It's about this guy and the girl and their love story, which ends up being zero developed at all, where you care absolutely zero about it. Right. And then, spoiler alert, the girl gets killed. And the guy's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get revenge," because it's based on a true story. It's based on a true story. So kind of a bummer that I'm making fun of this true story, but it's like the movie was just so. It could have been really well done.
Right.
I mean, but they just didn't. They didn't have any heart. Didn't have any charm or magic that Infernal Affairs has, or The Departed has. Right. And they're trying to make it like some sort of Goodfellas, Godfather type of gangster movie, but it just didn't have any of those qualities that were great. And it was really like saddening for me to see this movie and be like, man, this movie really sucked.
Yeah. I have to point out one thing, because you said something that caught my interest.
Sure.
You said that there was a group called the White Tigers along with the Green Dragons.
Yeah.
Are they trying to copy Power Rangers?
Exactly, right? Well, it's like there was like because there's this guy. This is actually a cool scene in the movie. Okay. And one of the only cool scenes in the movie is when when they're kids. There's like there's like the top dog in the gang, right? Like the guy who leads them, right? And he's like this like really buff, tough, Chinese dude with like long hair. And he's like naming off the gang. He's like, this is a quote from the movie, right? This is not me. He's like, he's that kind of an accent. There's a bunch of other gangs in the city. There's the White Tigers, fucking losers. I'm like, okay. It's like there's the Koreans, faggots. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like that scene was like kind of cool. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna fight each other. There's gonna be a big battle like Anchorman or something. Where they're gonna fight each other, but it's like they do have like those 2 shootings, and that was it. And Kev Jumba's character gets shot, and it's like really stupid.
Thank God.
He lives though. He lives.
Come on, are you kidding me?
He dies in the end.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
And like the main actress was like good, but like not really good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard because like the Asian community wants Asian Americans to have more mainstream roles.
Right.
But when they get their chance to make these movies, they don't turn out very well.
Right.
And this is speaking from an Asian American, so that movie was a big letdown for me. And I mean, I guess
that's unfortunate.
if there's some movies that aren't necessarily great that you'll watch again, I'll probably watch it again because just I have it, might as well. Yeah. But I probably won't. It's never gonna grow on me,
Right.
To get better. And finally, I watched a few nights ago after work, so this is like late at night.
Okay.
I watched Speed.
The Keanu
Reeves, Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Like 1994 or whatever it came out. I always forget.
Okay. I can dig it.
This movie is still amazing.
Yeah.
This movie is so good. It's so good. It's so action-packed from the moment it starts. And Keanu Reeves,
it's Speed, man.
And Keanu Reeves isn't like... He's Keanu Reeves. He's not like... He's like some like... It's not Michael Keaton or something. He's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he's not phenomenal, but I mean...
but Sandra Bullock... I hate Sandra Bullock in mostly every movie she's ever been in. I really like her in Speed.
Okay.
She's really good in Speed. She's really funny and really, like, very attractive and, like, as a character. Keanu Reeves is very Keanu Reeves. And Jeff Daniels, he dies. And it's a movie. And, obviously, the debate is usually, what's better, Speed or Point Break? I'm a Speed guy. But Point Break is pretty good, though. So I watched Speed. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Or I like it a lot. I've seen it a million times. So that's what I've been up to.
Okay. That's quite a lot. I mean, sorry about
there's some more I didn't put on the list.
Revenge of the Green Dragon letdown. Dude, that's unfortunate.
It's sad. Like, between this week and then last week with the Protector 2... this week with Revenge of the Green Dragons, like, what the fuck, Asia?
I was about to say, Asian movies are bringing you down, man.
Yeah, dude, I watched too many of them. They're pieces of shit. So, I mean, that moves us into our next segment. Yes. The news segment. But I know, Zach, I asked you earlier this week, you wanted to talk about the Golden Globes a little bit. What do you want to talk about? 'Cause I didn't watch them. I don't know who won.
Yeah.
I just know it happened.
The Golden Globes happened. There's not too many big surprises from that whole experience with the Golden Globes. I know that mostly everybody was not talking about who won, and they was talking about who was hosting it. Yeah. Which it was Tina Fey and that Amy Poehler girl again. I think
that Amy Poehler girl.
That Amy Poehler girl. I mean, I know that everybody loves her from Parks and Rec, but I haven't seen Parks and Rec, so like.
Well, they were both on SNL too.
Yeah. Oh, they were on SNL.
Yeah,
I didn't know
they were both on
SNL
for a long time.
I knew Tina Fey was, but
Yeah, they both. I think they both did the Weekend Update.
Oh, okay.
Together, yeah, I believe. I don't watch SNL very often.
Yeah, but I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that it happened. That's basically it. I mean, the Golden Globes are like the lead up to the Oscars, anyways. Nobody really cares as much about the Golden Globes as they do about.
Generally speaking, the Golden Globes, like I know mostly speaking, like a lot of like heavy hardcore film things. The Golden Globes are just a joke.
Yeah,
I don't watch them, and they're broadcasted on my station at work. So like we have to watch them. Like if they're on our station, they're on our feed at the news station. Right. I didn't watch them. I saw like that Boyhood. Patricia Arquette won something, and she made some speech. And I was like, whatever. Right. And then George Clooney got like a little award for like legacy or something, and I was like, whatever. I don't care.
The only thing that I really cared about was because my favorite movie of 2014, Best Musical or Comedy, which I think is BS, because it totally should have been in
what did it win?
Best Picture.
What did it win?
It won their Best Motion Picture for Musical or Comedy.
Okay.
Which I mean, it's still something.
That's the category.
I mean, that's their category, but I really don't feel like. I feel like Grand Budapest Hotel, as I've talked about before, could have been Best Picture nominee, like it is for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So
True.
That's just what I wanted to talk about as far as the Gold Globes are concerned. But do you want to do some more news, or do you want to jump into the Oscars?
I got a couple news I want to talk about.
Yeah, because I have some new stuff too. So
sure, you go ahead then. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I want to bring up is because, as you know, I've been watching a lot of TV, a lot of DC TV.
Yeah.
And apparently, they're in the works to do another spinoff for the Atom, for their Ray Palmer guy that they have in the Arrow. And I don't know. I mean, I've never been a huge Atom fan. I don't know too much about him. I know he's basically the Ant-Man of DC, but without like the insect ties.
Yeah.
Like his thing is just the fact that he gets small. He doesn't really have anything with like insects or beetles or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's Brendan Routh.
It's the guy.
I love Brendan Routh. I think he was great in Dylan Dog. Yeah. I don't think he was that bad as Superman. I mean, the movie was bad, but he thought he was kind of cool. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah, Superman to me. Yeah, I think he's a pretty decent actor, and I mean, I'm sure if he gets a spinoff, it'll be just as popular as the other ones are. Because I mean, obviously DC knows what they're doing. Maybe not on the movie side yet, but definitely on the TV side, they definitely know what their audiences need and how to get people engrossed in their TV series. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I definitely trust them. And Brendan Roth, I mean, as far as him doing Arrow so far, I think he's been awesome. I don't know too much about Ray Palmer's character, so I don't know how true he's being to him there. But, I mean, just as a character in Arrow, for right now, I think he's doing an awesome job. So
yeah, cool.
Okay, so what's your piece of news?
Ghost in the Shell has a release date for April 14th, 2017.
Okay.
If you want to read an article about that, go to our website, theextendededition.com. I wrote a post about it, my opinion on the release date. As an abbreviated version, it's cool that they set a release date. It shows that they have faith in what they're making.
Yeah.
And it gives us a semi-finite day to know, hey, in 2 years' time, we'll be seeing Ghost in the Shell on the big screen. Or at least a little bit of release. And that's really great news.
Yeah, sure. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, dude, definitely. I'm very excited for it.
Okay. My next piece of news: Tom Hardy had to be dropped from the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's too busy, man.
I get it, Mad Max, man. You know.
Yeah, man. He's got some other movie going on right now that is that didn't finish filming on time because apparently they had to go over. So I don't remember exactly what that movie was, but yeah, it was like basically once he's done with filming for that movie, he has to go straight into promoting for Mad Max. So he has no time for the Suicide Squad. So I mean, I understand, but I mean, I'm kind of bummed because I do like Tom Hardy as an actor.
I love Tom Hardy. I think he was great in his movie Locke this past year. He was great in Locke. He's great in Bronson. He's great. I don't care for him as Bane, but generally speaking, he's great. And I mean, they're trying to replace him with Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know who is he going to play again? Deadshot or Will Smith?
No,
right?
it's Yeah, Will Smith is Deadshot. They want him to play like the pseudo leader of the group, the Rick Flag character.
I don't
So
know.
he'll be like a military guy that basically oversees him. So
Yeah, that
I
can't
don't
be
know.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I saw a thing on IGN where it's like it was besides Gyllenhaal, they had like Ryan Gosling and some other people that they'd rather
They
see.
gotta step out of those. I think it's
Yeah.
always like if it's not Tom Hardy, it's Ryan Gosling. If it's not
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, it's Chris Pine. Find
Yeah.
someone else. I mean, you can
Mhm.
find a different guy that fits that type.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping my eyes peeled to see what they do with the Suicide Squad now that they have to find basically a new leading guy. So
I mean, it's obvious the leading guy is gonna be Will Smith. That's just flat out.
well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
him and Deadshot will definitely. I think Deadshot will definitely be able to steal the spotlight.
well,
so.
even it's not even about Deadshot. It's the fact that it's Will Smith, and they'll definitely push him to be, in the center of that poster.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
Will Smith. He's the guy who's bringing in audiences. Will Smith.
Yeah.
My next piece of news is that 28 days later, creators are still thinking about 28 months later. Got a quote
Okay.
from Alex Garland, who's the screenwriter from IGN, or
Okay.
IGN, he was talking to IGN about it. Here's the quote. Quote, we've just started talking about it seriously. We've got an idea, end quote.
Okay.
That's great for me because I love that series. I love 28
Yeah.
days later and 28 weeks later. They missed the mark with 28 months later by like 10 years or whatever. But it's great, quote unquote, I guess you could call it a zombie flick. It's not really a zombie flick.
Yeah.
Great movie. The first one's amazing. Second one's really good. I'm excited. Also, Alex Garland, who's the screenwriter for those movies,
Okay.
his new movie that he wrote and directed, Ex Machina, comes out January 23rd in the UK, which is that science fiction flick.
Yeah.
Looks kind of cool. So,
Yeah, I saw a trailer for that, and Oscar Isaac looked awesome in that. Oscar Isaac has a busy year ahead of him for sure.
Is he in that one? Is he in Ex
Yeah,
Machina?
he's the basically the inventor who creates the android.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so
Is
yeah.
Oscar Isaac American?
I
Or
want to say
English?
yes, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, he better be American. All right, what you got for me?
Okay, next piece of news I have. Remember about a month or so ago, Sony had their big debacle when they got hacked and all those emails got flooded
No,
out.
what happened? No,
Oh yeah. What happened was a bunch of people saw that they were in talks with Disney to try to get Spider-Man into the Marvel universe, and apparently the deal went through.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is set to appear in the
Infinity
not
War, right?
Civil War like everybody thought. He's set to appear in the third Avengers movie.
Oh, okay,
Infinity-
Infinity War,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that deal's done now. So he.
Is that fully confirmed?
Infinity War. I don't know. It was a report that was originally on Screen Crush that I saw.
Okay.
And I believe that they originally got it from the Latino Review.
Latino Review, man, they're known for like they get a lot of scoops, but there are a lot of rumors, but they end up being true.
Yeah,
they're like mix and mix, but
yeah, I mean, it says nothing has been confirmed as of right now, but they reported that the deal went through. Obviously, I think it's a little too late for him to be in Civil War because I think Marvel's already got all that all done up, unless they put him in like a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
but
which is what
I mean, if this is true, yeah, I think that they might do that. But I mean, I'm excited for this. If it turns out to be true, I'm all for it. Except,
but the question is though, is it Andrew Garfield?
Yeah,
People
that was
are
my
saying
main
that
thing.
if they get Spider-Man, they're gonna fire him and find someone brand new.
Yeah.
Which I am completely down with because I hate Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
You don't like him?
I think he's the worst Spider-Man. I think he's too tall, too cool. He was never nerdy.
Yeah,
He had it all from the get-go.
that's true.
I
agree
think
with
Tobey Maguire was a more
Tobey Maguire was a
nerdy
really-
guy.
Yeah,
And his jokes weren't as good as Andrew Garfield's jokes.
right.
Because the writing was different. I mean,
Yeah,
but as Peter Parker Spider-Man, I think he fit the picture more.
yeah. I feel like he definitely embodied Peter Parker a lot better than Andrew Garfield does.
I completely agree.
and I've seen Spider-Man 2, so I don't know anything about that. But I mean, the first one was
Spider-Man 2 sucked.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, I heard a
really
lot
bad.
of bad things about it, but I mean, I haven't seen that yet. But I saw the first one, and I mean, Andrew Garfield was all right, but they were definitely trying to do the whole Amazing Spider-Man. He's a badass who tells jokes to the people. Yeah.
So I can go ahead and go my next piece of news.
Yeah, just go to your next piece of news. That's fine.
Which is that the Gone Girl team is going to get back together for Strangers on a Train remake, which is the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Right.
So Gillian Flynn, however you pronounce it, Affleck, David Fincher, who's amazing, are going to remake the Hitchcock movie, and they're going to call it Strangers, but it's going to take place on a plane at first instead of a train.
Oh. Strangers on a plane instead of a train?
But it's going to be just called Strangers.
Okay.
I guess. And again, to me, I'm such a Fincher fan.
Right.
And I've been like falling in love with Ben Affleck ever since like Argo and stuff.
Right.
So it's like, and anything that like they do, anything that Fincher does in general, I'm gonna watch and I'm probably gonna love. So combine them, and I thought Gone Girl was amazing. So combine them,
right?
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I agree. Gone Girl was definitely good. I haven't seen as much Fincher stuff as you have, but what I've seen from him has been amazing. Like Seven, Gone Girl,
Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club. I mean, all that stuff. He's a really good director. Yeah,
and I hate Fight Club. And
but
I love David Fincher, so I bought Fight Club, but I hate the movie.
Right.
But it's more so the movie isn't bad. I hate the culture around it.
Yeah, just the hype that's around it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, I saw that Affleck and them were set to do Strangers, and I mean, I'm all down for them remaking old stuff with new people and stuff like that. And yeah, Ben Affleck and David Fincher seem like a really, really good team. So I'm excited to see what they do with that.
I mean, and speaking off of that, is that Flynn said she might make Gone Girl 2. And it's like, no, don't make Gone Girl 2.
Why would you make Gone Girl 2?
Because we want to see how Nick and Amy are doing after. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
The whole point is like, the whole point of the first one is that it was a mystery thriller.
Right.
That was the story. Now you're gonna. I mean, I guess
that's what was so great about it to me, because I've talked about this before. I love mysteries, and like murder mysteries are a particular favorite of mine.
Yeah.
And that's what Gone Girl was for the most part, was a murder mystery. With it ended up not really being a murder, and then there actually was a murder, and it was. I mean, it was just a fantastic movie, and I don't really care about their life after that murder mystery's over. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
I mean, if they wanted to add like, how did they live afterwards? Add 20 minutes to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, just give me
put a director's cut in there.
Yeah, just put a little bit. Don't make an entire 2.5 hour long movie about how they're living with their baby. Because I don't care. Because the mystery is gone. Yeah. Unless Ben Affleck's character leaves and it's like, oh, did he die or what happened? And he's gonna go.
Did she kill him?
He's gonna go bang a girl and kill her or whatever. It's like, I don't care. So
yeah, I definitely agree with you there. They don't need to be making Gone Girl 2, but
for sure. Got any more news?
Let's see. Last thing that I have before we get to the Oscars, and after any news that you have, is Edge of Tomorrow director and Tom Cruise are set to make another movie, which is a drug thriller called Mena.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I haven't personally seen Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think either.
You haven't seen it either?
No, I haven't.
We both heard that it's a decent movie. I heard it was really good, and I mean, I love Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is awesome.
I hear it's insane.
I'll watch like anything that he does, and I mean, one of the things that I read the original manga that The Edge of Tomorrow was based on.
You bought it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bought that shit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So you didn't know what it wasn't until I told you.
What?
You guys didn't know what it was until I told you.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that it was. I mean, when I read it all the way, I was like, it sounds kind of familiar. I didn't know that like Edge of Tomorrow was actually based off it, though. I thought like it was a different story. I thought it wasn't based off this Japanese
all you need is kill.
novel. But yeah, all you need is kill. But it was really solid, and yeah, I'm excited to see another Tom Cruise movie. And a drug thriller sounds awesome. So
sure, I mean, if Tom Cruise, the closer he can get to playing the same character as Vincent in Collateral, which is like his most radical different character he's ever played, I believe, in his career. I think it'll be cool. I think it'd definitely be cool. If he plays like a Jack Reacher character again, I've seen that. Go bad. Be a bad guy. Be the assassin like you were in Collateral. That was a cool character. For sure. My last piece of news before we get to our Oscar talk is that Fantastic Four has a trailer that will debut the 13th of February with the Kingsman, which, by the way, the Kingsman looks rad. It's a comic book movie by Mark.
Oh, I didn't know it was a comic book movie.
Yeah, it's a comic book movie. It's a comic book movie based on the comic book of the same name by Mark Millar, who is the author of Kick-Ass and Wanted and like Super Crooks. Like he makes these really intense. He pumps out like 7 a year. I feel like these like limited series, and this is one of them. So we'll finally see something for Fantastic Four. After how
it's coming out this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And we still haven't seen a trailer for it or
no
anything
pictures,
like that?
no trailer.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, this movie's gonna bomb.
Yeah, they haven't given us anything to put faith in.
Exactly, and that's why this trailer is a big deal. Because I believe this comes out next month, which February, by the way, has like 3 things coming out in it that I really want to see besides Kingsman and Jupiter Ascending.
Right.
Like I'm gonna be in that theater, seeing these. And I think didn't Jupiter Ascending have a trailer attached to it too?
Yeah, it has Batman vs Superman attached to it.
Superman. There you go.
Yep.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Two great trailers attached to 2 really good movies. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So
should I go ahead and just run through what's going out this week before we go to Oscar talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
So what's coming out this week? January 16th, American Sniper, Paddington, Wedding Ringer, Black Cat, which is Michael Mann, who made Collateral.
Okay.
Still Alice. Black Cat looked good. Apparently it's a bore.
It is?
I was going to see it tonight, but apparently it's bad.
Oh, well, there goes that.
What's out on Blu-ray is Gone Girl, which I was so tempted to buy, but I didn't. It was $20. I was like,
I'll wait
till later.
Yeah.
A Walk Among the Tombstones, which is like that new...
It's the Liam Neeson
movie.
Taken 4, right? That's Taken 4, right?
It's Taken 4, nonstop to whatever you want to call it, unknown to. Revenge of the Green Dragons, which I talked about. The Two Faces of January, and Jimmy, All Is By My Side, which is that Jimi Hendrix movie. Okay. So, that was out this week.
Right.
Movie what's out in theaters. Selma's out. Black Cat's out. Go check it, I guess. I don't know. Selma's really good. I was going to watch it today, but I was like, do I really want to go see Selma tonight? Do I really want to? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go see it right now.
I don't know. I'll probably wait till that comes out on Blu-ray or something like that.
It's really good. Everyone's loving it. I mean, people are saying that the actor David David, the lead actor, got snubbed for an Oscar nomination. So everyone's saying.
They said that movie got snubbed for a lot of stuff. So
I'll watch it, but I just don't really care about biopics right now.
Yeah, I mean, the only biopic that I've heard of that I was really excited to see was American Sniper. So that's already come out. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'm really done with biopics for a while.
Yeah, I mean, this one is probably great. Between that and Black Cat, I'll probably watch Black Cat, even though Black Cat's it's bad, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
But that leads us into our first of our 2 kind of discussion topics.
Right.
The Oscar nominations for 2015. I'm not sure how you want to go about this. How do you want to go about this?
Let's just go. I'll start off. Let's just each read a category until. I've only got till supporting actress, but
I only put down like the main 5.
Yeah, I put down. Let's see, how many did I put down? I put down like 6.
Okay.
6 or something like that.
Do you want to go through it and talk about that category? Who you think we're going to win?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
So first category, I'll start off with Best Picture nominations.
Okay, go for it.
We have Boyhood.
Yep.
We got Birdman.
Yep.
Grand Budapest Hotel. We have Whiplash, and we have The Theory of Everything.
Isn't there Selma and Imitation Game too?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Theory of Everything, Selma, Imitation Game, Boyhood, Grand Budapest Hotel, Birdman, American Sniper, Whiplash. I'm pretty sure of the full list.
Okay.
Okay, I have my rant is going to start soon.
Okay.
You tell me what you think is going to win, who you want to win.
Okay, well, what I think is gonna win and what I want to win are two different things.
Oh, that's the whole point. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What I think is gonna win is probably Boyhood. Because for some reason people are freaking in love with this movie and I have no idea
it took
why.
12 years to make.
Well, I understand, like, oh my god, it's 12 years, just put so much effort into this movie. I don't care.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to me how much effort you put into it if it's a bad movie, which, I haven't seen it, but, it just doesn't look interesting to me at all. Like, it's all about this kid growing up, and I'm like, if I wanted to do that, I'd just relive my childhood. Like, I don't need to...
It's not bad by any means necessary. It's not bad.
Right.
It's not my kind of movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not bad. Yeah. It's not my kind of movie. Just what it is. So, what do you want? So, you think Boyhood's going to win?
Yeah.
What do you want to win?
What I want to win?
And I don't even ask. It's fucking Grand Budapest Hotel.
You really don't have to ask, because as I've said before, I'm fucking in love with this movie. But I want Grand Budapest Hotel to win.
Okay.
Wes Anderson movie with Ralph Fiennes and Jude Law, a bunch of other A-list actors. Excellent movie in my opinion. I think it deserves to win. And so best picture for you. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you want to win?
Okay, so best picture. Before I'll run through that in a second.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the full. Okay, here we go. Okay, I was right. So yeah, Selma is on there too.
Yeah. Selma.
Selma, Theory of Everything, Grand Budapest Hotel, Birdman, or Unexpected, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going to win is Birdman.
Okay.
Birdman is going to win for sure.
Yeah.
I am like, it's either Boyhood or Birdman. It's one of those two, but I'm pretty sure, like 95% sure Birdman's gonna win.
Okay.
I want Whiplash to win. Whiplash was
I've not seen that movie.
Great. It is so good.
It's Miles Teller, right?
It's Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons. Yeah. It's such a great thriller, man. It's so good. I watched it again like 3 days ago. Okay. So great. Great. I'm happy with this category, except for one movie, which should be in this category. American Sniper should not be in Best Picture. Okay. It just came out.
Yeah.
It is nowhere near the level, even if I haven't even seen it, I already know. It's nowhere near the level of the rest of these movies.
I agree.
I haven't seen Selma, but I know for a fact it's not the level of Selma. I know for a fact that Bradley Cooper in that whole movie did not come close to Birdman or Boyhood or Budapest Hotel or Whiplash. I know for a fact.
I agree.
Now, the movie that should have been in here besides American Sniper, which to me was a big snub in this year, was Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler should have been in this category, and American Sniper should have been taken out for Nightcrawler.
I agree.
American Sniper, to me, it was people are saying this all across the online movie fandom, is that American Sniper, it's Clint Eastwood, so it's a legacy thing. So they picked it because the people who vote for these movies are all 60 years old.
Right.
American Sniper, I'm not saying it's bad. I haven't seen it. It looks fine. Definitely.
It's a good movie, but I've said my thoughts. I think it's a really good movie. I don't think it should be in Best Picture category. I don't think it was at that level at all. Especially when you look at stuff like
what's next to it. Like Boyhood
Birdman.
took 12 years to make. Birdman, so like deep and well written. Budapest Hotel is Wes Anderson at his peak.
Yeah.
Theory of Everything, which Eddie Redmayne, whatever, cool. Selma, this awesome biopic movie. Whiplash, just an amazing original story.
Right.
American Sniper? Yeah. Come on, man. No way. There's no way Bradley Cooper got to that level of acting that the rest of these pictures did. No way.
Right.
No way.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I have another qualm, actually, of a movie that I think should be crossed out and something else should have been put in its place.
In this category?
Yes.
Oh, go for it.
And it is this Imitation Game, Benedict Cumberbatch
Keira Knightley.
POS that has for some reason gotten into almost every single category in the Oscars.
What should have been there?
I definitely think Gone Girl should have been in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I completely. Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think Gone Girl should have been in Best Picture. I think it was a really, really solid movie.
Totally.
And it had amazing actors, amazing direction, filmography, everything. Like it was it would have been one of my nominations for Best Picture, and I feel like it was completely snubbed.
Oh, totally.
in this category.
And yeah, I totally agree. Theory of Everything Imitation Game, I don't think necessarily should even be in this category as well. I mean, they're more so than American Sniper, but Gone Girl, yeah, I totally forgot. Gone Girl was snubbed to, in my opinion, and I don't want to use snub lightly, like it's like a big deal, but like it was snubbed to me for best score and best direction. Not necessarily best acting, so I don't think Ben Affleck was like amazing in it. I mean, he's amazing, but it wasn't like some out of this world performance. But best direction, David Fincher should totally have been nominated, and Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross totally should have been nominated for best soundtrack. Totally, 100% agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think Birdman's gonna win.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do the directing category.
Okay.
So the nominees are the Alejandro G. Inarritu for Birdman, Richard Linklater for Boyhood, Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher, Wes Anderson, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Morton Tidham for The Imitation Game. Now, who I want to win are none of these people, because none of these people are Dan Gilroy, the director of Nightcrawler. But between the list of these people, I honestly want Wes Anderson to win because he's never been nominated for anything before.
Yeah.
And I love. I'm not a big fan of his work, but I really enjoy the visual aesthetic of his work. And I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is a really fun movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I think Boyhood's gonna win. Richard Linklater. I think Boyhood's gonna win for this.
Okay. I'm same as you. Well, not the same as you because I want Wes Anderson to win. Just overall. But I think. Honestly, I think the director of Birdman is going to win.
Oh, Inarritu?
Inarritu. Just everything that I've heard about Birdman, and everybody's just been praising this movie so highly. I just feel like...
So is Boyhood, though. So is Boyhood.
Yeah. But, see, I'm just biased against Boyhood because I think it's a piece of garbage, and people just vote for it because it took 12 years to make.
Sure.
But
yeah, I really feel like... Inarritu is going to be the one who wins this. Even though I want Wes Anderson to win. I don't think he will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of all these movies, the one that really stands out is Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
I think between all these... I mean, Birdman is definitely a visionary movie for like what it is. I mean, it's a statement on the industry. Right. I think Budapest Hotel is the one that truly, probably, honestly deserves the win because of the way... From what I've seen in the movie, like just shot choice and locale of how everything looks... visually appeasing to the eye, I think definitely is one that really needs to win.
I agree.
The most directing that went into a movie is probably Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah,
totally.
I completely agree.
I think Boyhood's gonna win because it's like it took 12 years to make, and Richard Linklater is like quote unquote the new visionary of 2015 or whatever. I think it's a bunch of horse shit, but
I disagree.
Whatever. What you got?
Okay, so next category we got best performance by an actor in a leading role. We've got Steve Carell in Foxcatcher, Bradley Cooper in American Sniper, Benedict Cumberbatch in The Imitation Game, Michael Keaton in Birdman,
I guess,
and Eddie Redmayne. I don't know how you say his name. I guess it's Redmayne.
It's Redmayne.
Redmayne in The Theory of Everything.
It's easy. This is easy.
Yeah, for me, it's Michael Keaton for sure. I think he's the one I want to win. I think he's the one who's going to win. Because first of all, fuck Benedict Cumberbatch. I like him. I liked him in Smog. I don't know why everybody thinks he's an amazing actor. He's not an amazing actor. He's decent. He's all right. He's good. He's good popcorn time. Yeah.
For me personally, I mean, out of this list, Michael Keaton's gonna win. It's flat out. And Michael Keaton deserves to win. He will win for Birdman. Now, again, I have my qualms with this category because Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't nominated for even this.
I agree.
Out of the entire category of the Oscars, Jake Gyllenhaal deserves to be in this category because if you watch Nightcrawler, he became someone completely different.
He became a creepy motherfucker.
When I wrote my article on this movie, and most people agree with me, online when they write about this movie, is that Jake Gyllenhaal vanished from your eyes and he became this guy you've never seen before.
Yeah,
he was someone completely.
He really
different.
became Lou Bloom.
Yeah, and he was completely crazy, and you forget this is the guy who's in Brokeback Mountain. You forget that this is Maggie Gyllenhaal's brother. You forget who is this guy. This guy is completely different, he deserves to be in
was,
here. Bradley Cooper does not deserve to be in this category.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Benedict Cumberbatch does not deserve to be in this category.
See, I Imitation Game wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I haven't seen it, but I mean,
wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I don't
think. I mean, out of all the performances this year, and here's the big thing for me personally, and what a lot of people are saying, I think again, is that Steve Carell wasn't really leading in this movie. In Foxcatcher, his supporting role, Bradley Cooper shouldn't even be nominated for anything.
Yeah,
Jake Gyllenhaal needs to be in there.
Yeah,
a lot of people want David Oyelowo, whatever his name is, the guy from Selma. People are saying he got snubbed for a nomination here. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen Selma, so I can't speak on that. But definitely Jake Gyllenhaal needs to be in here.
Yeah.
But Birdman's going to win. Keaton's going to win.
Birdman.
Keaton's going to win.
Sure. Keaton all the way.
So I'm going to go to actress leading role. Do you have actress supporting role on your list?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go
that's the last one I did.
Okay, I'm going to go straight into what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Excuse me. Which is actor and supporting.
Okay.
Which is Ethan Hawke for Boyhood, Edward Norton for Birdman, Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher, and J.K. Simmons for Whiplash.
And Robert Duvall and The Judge.
Yeah, Robert. I didn't write him down because he has no chance of winning. Who I want to win, who will win, J.K. Simmons, guaranteed. Okay. J.K. Simmons' Whiplash was one of the best performances of the year, just flat out. Mark Ruffalo did fine. Edward Norton was barely in Birdman.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke, whatever. Don't care. J.K. Simmons was amazing in Whiplash. Like, you learn to hate this guy. And at the end of the movie, the entire movie is just like this back and forth between him and Miles Teller. And the final scene of the movie, like literally the last 10 seconds, he finally gives his approval of Miles Teller's character, and it's like, fuck, that was so good. He was, and a lot of people say without J.K. Simmons, Miles Teller is the opposite of that. He should be nominated as well, because without J.K. Simmons, you wouldn't have Miles Teller, and vice versa. The same coin, two sides of it. I agree. Miles Teller should be nominated. I don't think he was that amazing in it. I think he was great in it.
Right.
Wasn't level Jake Gyllenhaal. But J.K. Simmons was an amazing bad guy.
Okay.
Totally agree. He's going to win. He deserves to win for sure. Robert Duvall, don't even... Why? Why? That movie sucked.
Yeah. I honestly have not seen any of the movies in this category yet. So I'm just going to take your word that J.K. Simmons was an amazing villain.
Watch the trailer for Whiplash.
I'll take your word. Yeah.
When you get a chance after the show, watch the trailer for Whiplash. You will see J.K. Simmons was J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay. He played in the first movies. He played J.K. And he plays Korra's Tenzin and Korra.
Oh, okay.
He plays Aang's son. But what he does in Whiplash is so good.
It's good.
It's so good. Like if his performance in supporting was better than anything that Bradley Cooper could have done ever. Just flat out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I think.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay. Next category, which is one that I really wanted.
No.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about that later because I have some shit to say about that. But
definitely.
The next category for me is performance by actress in a leading role.
Okay.
It's flat out who I want to win, who's going to win. Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl.
Flat out.
For the same reasons that you think that Jake Gyllenhaal should have been best actor for Nightcrawler is what I think of Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl. She was creepy as fuck in this movie. Especially once you saw her true character and you saw her old dynamic with Ben Affleck and how manipulative and crazy this bitch is. She literally took probably I don't know how long it actually took her to plan out this whole scenario, but it took a long time.
Didn't it say it took 5 years for that fake diary to be written?
I think it
was 5 years, right?
It take her 5 years?
I think she wrote the diary for 5 years or whatever. The fake diary.
I didn't know they were married for 5 years.
Yeah. The day
they were married. I thought they were married 5 years.
The day she goes away is the day that. I think the day that is 5 years anniversary, I believe.
Yeah, but but it's just her her whole character was absolutely like phenomenal. Like at the way that she's able to like suck you in and make her feel sorry for you in the very beginning, and then you learn what she's actually like when you find out that like she faked her own death and she did all this to get back to her husband and all this shit, and then her whole dynamic with like Neil Patrick Harris, and it's kind of like she is a Black Widow.
Yeah.
In the purest form of the world. Like she uses guys for her own purpose, and like as soon as she's done with them, like she'll chuck them off, or if they do something to upset her, like
she
that, like they're gone.
She sucks their dick and kills them. But before he continues, nominees are Marion Cotillard for 2 Days, One Night, Felicity Jones, Theory of Everything, Julianne Moore for Still Alice, Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl, and Reese Witherspoon for Wild.
Yeah.
Now, who I want to win, obviously, I agree with you 100%, is Rosamund Pike. Because I love Gone Girl, I love The Avenger, that's flat out. I think she was the best performance for this category. I think she transformed into a really great character, just like Jake Gyllenhaal did. Now, who I think will win is Julianne Moore for Still Alice, or for Reese Witherspoon was really great too, and Wild. Probably both my favorite performances of both their careers. Either Reese Witherspoon did a pretty great job in Legally Blonde. Throw back to one of our older episodes. But Rosamund Pike to me I think should win. But I think Julianne Moore is going to win for sure. I think honestly.
Okay.
So I have no more categories on my list, so you can go ahead and name
Okay.
Go ahead and list off the other ones.
The last category I want to talk about the Oscars is something that a lot of people have been talking about. Not only for what got in, but for what didn't get in, and it's Best Animated Feature.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run through the nominees before I talk about my main gripe. But Best Animated Feature nominees are Big Hero 6.
Yep.
Box Trolls.
Yep.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Sure.
Song of the Sea, and The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Kaguya.
Yeah,
okay.
Kaguya.
And my main problem, first of all, just read those off.
The world's problem, probably.
Yeah, the world's problem. And you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. There's no Lego Movie.
Yeah.
The Lego Movie is not on this list at all. One of the highest critically acclaimed movies. People have been saying this is one of the best animated films of the past 5 years or something like that. And it is not on this list anywhere at all. Yeah. And I'm just completely shocked that they completely just overlooked this movie.
If you're looking at pure grossing dollars, this movie made the most money.
Yeah.
In the most countries. It's a great movie, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. One of the best animated features in a long, long time.
Yeah.
It was very original for having a movie based on a brand.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Big Hero 6. Do I think it deserves to be in that category? Honestly, no. Because Big Hero 6 is great, but it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Princess Kaguya is great. Box Trolls, I totally think Box Trolls should be in there.
Yeah.
But I think out of that entire list, I really don't think Big Hero 6 should be there. I think that's what took that, or Song of the Sea may have took the spot for Lego Movie.
Yeah.
Lego Movie needs to be there, flat out.
I honestly don't feel like How to Train Your Dragon 2 should have been on this list. I saw that movie.
But people really love that series, man.
People love the series. I saw it over the summer with my swim team because it's a family-friendly movie, so that we were able to go see it with them. It was all right. It was not a great movie. It was an all right movie. It was an animated feature. It was okay. It's good for kids. It's not. Lego Movie should have. If you're gonna, out of any of the movies, I would have taken that one off and put in Lego Movie in its place.
Sure. For me, it's Big Hero 6 should have been taken out.
Yeah.
Since it's in, but that's actually there though. I think Big Hero 6 was going to win.
Okay.
That category, I want that to win, and I think that will win.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think the biggest
Big Hero 6 will win it.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge it has is How to Train Your Dragon. That and Big Hero 6 are the ones that I think are kind of the ones who actually will. It's up in the air for me.
Yeah,
who will win?
I agree. But yeah, that was the last category I want to talk about with the Oscars and my main gripe about it. But
and before we move on, like I mentioned earlier, is that best score, Gone Girl didn't get the nomination for best score.
Yeah.
Or again, I think Gone Girl in general was not so much snubs because that's I know, but wasn't nominated for categories that I think it should have been nominated for. And whenever in this movie again, I mean, David Fincher, when David Fincher does movies with Trent Reznor, Social Network, amazing soundtrack. Girl with Dragon Tattoo, amazing soundtrack. You know, even the opening to Seven which is Nine Inch Nails, had a great track. Gone Girl is another example. The soundtrack's amazing. So I don't think that it's fucked up that they didn't get nominated, let alone not nominated for Best Direction or Best Picture. Because I mean, again, flat out, American Sniper does not deserve to be in any of those categories.
I agree.
So,
okay, yep. So that's all I want to talk about with the Oscars.
Yeah, cool. We move on to our last discussion piece of the episode.
Yes,
which is the movies that are coming out in 2015 that we are most excited for. Now, before we go to our lists, I kind of want to just name off some movies that are coming out in 2015. So I'll go ahead and just kind of name a couple off. By couple, I mean quite a bit. Spectre, Pixels, Chappie, Jupiter Ascending, Kingsman: Secret Service, Jurassic World, Terminator Genesis, The Gunman, The Martian, Fantastic Four, Ant-Man, Furious 7, Tomorrowland, Mission Impossible 5, The Hateful Eight, Mad Max Fury Road, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Star Wars: Force Awakens, Jane Got a Gun, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, The Green Destiny, Hotel Transylvania 2, Tom Hanks / Spielberg Cold War movie, The Voices, Skin Trade, SPL 2, A Time of Consequences, By Way of Helena, Our Kind of Traitor, Mojave, Regression, Southpaw, Far from the Madding Crowd, Beast of No Nation, and Sicario are some movies coming out in 2015. Yeah. Zach, give me. How do you want to go ahead and do?
You just want to do tit for tat, or
sure? Name, what's one of the movies you're most excited for? Or how about this? Well, so I have mine in order of
Okay.
I guess go down your list to from least to most excited. I don't know. Up to you.
I do not have my list in that order.
Sure.
But I can get in that order real quick. But
that's whatever.
Okay.
One of the movies that I'm most excited for, Spectre.
Spectre. Okay.
I'm so excited for Spectre. I'm been a James Bond fan for as long as I know. Daniel Craig's been amazing. Seeing that they're filming in the Alps and they're gonna have a ski chase or something along those lines. I'm already into this movie. I'm so down to see it. So that's probably one of probably the movie that I am the most excited for.
Sure. Okay. Oh, you're most excited for.
Yeah.
Spectre's on my list as well.
Wait. How'd you want to do? Did you want to not?
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Spectre's on my list as well. I definitely agree. Spectre is great. It looks great. It should be good. I mean, Casino Royale, the whole trilogy of Daniel Craig, is great. And thankfully, we have two more movies with him. After this one, Skyfall was fantastic. Yeah. Kind of a good reboot to his run. It should be great. The cast is great.
Right.
I'm down. I guess I'll just run through some stuff for me. Or my number. I have a seven movie list.
Okay.
The one I'm least excited for, but I'm obviously super excited for it, is Tomorrowland, which is directed by Brad Bird, who the director of Iron Giant, The Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, with George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, and written by Damon Lindelof, who is one of the writers of Lost and stuff. This movie, the trailer came out, or a teaser for it came out a while back, looks super cool, and with Disney, so it should be family fun,
right?
And looks super science fiction fantasy. There's a scene where she has a coin and she turns it around and she's in a whole new world, or she's in Tomorrowland, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It looks really fun. It should be great. I'm excited to see more of it, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Next movie on my list is Star Wars.
No, man.
I fully support this movie. I am so excited to see it. I probably should not be that excited because it might be a downer.
You're not in the minority,
Yeah, but I am. I don't know, man. I saw the first trailer and it got me so hyped for this movie. I am so ready to see this movie. I can't believe I have to wait an entire year. Yeah. But I'm down to see it. I'm so excited for it.
I will tell you right now, Zach, as the big Star Wars fan that I am,
yes,
it is not even on my list.
It's not on your list?
It's not even on my list. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know I love Star Wars.
I know. You're a bigger Star Wars fan than me.
I love Star Wars. I love the world. I love everything about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even though the prequels suck, I still love Star Wars, and I will still have them in my collection of whatever. I have no hype at all. Because I was so let down by the prequels that I have learned to have zero hype. No way, if it's better, it'll be better than what I expected. Flat out. There it is.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, I'm gonna see it a billion times. You know,
so many times.
Exactly. I'm gonna watch it 3 times, whatever. The day comes out, I'll watch it 4 times. I'll skip work, watch it. I mean, it's whatever. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be make tons of money, and it's
yeah.
gonna be
whether it's good or bad, it's gonna be huge. Yeah.
I'm pretty much confident it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You can only go up from the prequels. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And J.J. Abrams will not let it be bad.
Yeah.
And Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher will not let it be Hayden Christensen piece of shit movie. It won't be that. Movie I'm excited for, which I mentioned in my list is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, The Green Destiny, which is the sequel to one of my favorite martial arts movies of all time, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This movie, though, comes out later on this year, sooner than Star Wars. But I think it's August, but it's a Netflix exclusive movie.
Oh, I did not know that.
One of the first Netflix exclusive movies that will have possibly a limited theater release. Stuff like that. So
that's interesting.
I have Netflix. I'm going to watch it.
I got Netflix now, too. I'm a new Netflix...
I should have mentioned what's being taken off, but before we continue, you have like 5 days, the 24th, when a bunch of stuff is being taken off.
It's like all BDC stuff, right?
Luther is going to be gone, and so is Wallander. I mentioned those shows 2 episodes ago when we did our best of the year.
Right.
If you like crime stuff, Wallander and Luther, watch them as fast as you can because they're amazing.
Right.
So I would just heads up.
I agree.
So what's next on your list?
Next for me is a trailer that I actually saw last night.
Transformers 5.
No, close. But it's a trailer that I saw last night, which I forgot how freaking good trailers look on a big screen.
Sure.
Because I'm so used to just seeing them like on my computer. And when you actually go in a theater and see a trailer like the way it's meant to be seen, it looks way more amazing. And the trailer that I am talking about is Mad Max.
Yeah.
I saw this trailer on the big screen with American Sniper, and it looks so much more epic than seeing it on my tiny little computer screen. Yeah. Just seeing it in the theater and that sound, music, the sound with that desert sandstorm scene, and you picks the car up. It just looks so great. It renewed how excited I am for this movie. Mad Max Fury Road, George Miller going back to what he does. I'm so excited for that movie.
That was not on my list either, and I love Mad Max, but I'm excited to see it for sure. Yeah. I mean, I know it's gonna be it's gonna be good. I mean, Thunderdome was the weakest one of the 3. But this movie, again, it's George Miller, so it's gonna be great. It's his vision for it. I think Tom Hardy's great. Charlize Theron is great. Yeah. It's gonna be good. I've had my gripes with it. I mentioned in articles on our website that that I feel like I haven't seen him being Mad Max yet. Yeah. I can't tell if it's a sequel or it's a reboot. What is it? I don't know. Is it a different guy named Max? Is it the same Max? I don't know. I have questions. Yeah. But I'm gonna see it for sure. Yeah. Which could lead into a whole new trilogy of Mad Max movies, which will be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
To have a high budget, because Mad Max has never been like a super, super insane budget. I mean, it was the first one's an indie film, so it would be really rad to see how it would do in 2015. Yeah, for sure, I agree. Next on my list is a movie called Beasts of No Nation. Okay, which stars Idris Elba and directed by Cary Fukunaga, who's the director of the first season of True Detective. It's about a gang of mercenaries, and it looks. I mean, Idris Elba. I love Idris Elba. I mentioned Luther like 3 minutes ago. Yeah. Luther. Cary Fukunaga. True Detective was amazing. The first season is super great. So to combine those people, I'm down. Yeah. I don't need to know anything else about the movie. Just give me who's in it, who's directing it. Flat out. That's it. I'm down. I'm good. I don't care. I'll watch it. So that's that's another movie on my list.
Okay. Let's see. The next one I've got is the Revenant.
The Revenant.
Which is The Revenant, which is the new Western thriller with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. It's the movie that the film is taking longer than they expected, and so that's why that's why he had to drop out of Suicide Squad, was for this movie. And me and you, we're both Western fans.
Yeah.
We love Westerns. I love Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy, so to see them in a Western,
who's directing it? You know?
I'm down for it. I don't know off the top of my head who's directing it, but
that's fine.
You can go on to the next one on your list, and I'll go. I'll find out who's directing it. But yeah, I'm down to see that movie. It looks awesome.
When's it coming out?
It is coming out. It's supposed to come out like during the summer. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come out like July or August.
Okay, July or August. I've never seen anything about this movie before.
Yeah, the first time I saw it was when they were talking about the reason that Tom Hardy had to drop out of Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was the first time I saw it, and I was like, "What is this?" And I looked it up, and I was like, "That sounds awesome."
The Revenant.
Yeah, The Revenant.
The Revenant. Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Have they worked together before? I don't think they worked together before.
I don't think they worked in Inception together.
Oh yeah, Tom Hardy was in Inception, wasn't he? He had hair.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who it is?
Who
the director? You're gonna love this. Alejandro Inarritu.
Are you serious? Okay, Birdman.
It's his movie.
Birdman 2.
It's his new movie.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, there you go.
Yep. So.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Western, down for it.
Speaking of Westerns, the next on my list is a movie called By Way of Helena. Or
Okay.
Helena, however you pronounce it. I've always said Helena, personally.
Okay.
It's Liam Hemsworth and Woody Harrelson in a Western set in a town of Helena. And they're like, who's Liam? I think Liam Hemsworth plays, or I can't remember who's playing who. But some like there's a bunch of murders and disappearances happening in the town.
Okay.
They send like the state agents to come in and check it out, and it's a Western. So I'm like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
it's pretty much every movie this list is like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
But it's a Western. The name's cool. The Western is very Western. By Way of Helena, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth, not a big fan of him. Don't care about what's it called, The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Don't care for him. He's less talented than his brother.
Yeah.
But Woody Harrelson's been on a roll recently.
Yeah, he has.
I just watched what movie was I watching? I watched Out of the Furnace last night.
Okay.
Which was Christian Bale, Casey Affleck, and Woody Harrelson.
Right.
And that movie was like it lost money in the box office, but it was pretty good. And Woody Harrelson was in that movie too. And he did great in that movie, and he was great in True Detective. So I'm down for this. By Way of Helena.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for it. Yeah, it sounds awesome. Okay, next on my list is Mr. Holmes.
Is this the Sherlock movie with Magneto?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
With I'm down
he's
for it.
He's Gandalf too, right?
Yeah, he's Gandalf too.
Was he Dumbledore too?
No, it wasn't Dumbledore.
Who's Dumbledore?
No, some gay guy.
That Dumbledore was
the second Dumbledore was gay.
Wasn't he gay?
No, he's gay. But there's two Dumbledores.
Yeah,
because they had to replace him. But I don't know who they are. But it's not Gandalf. Okay. Because the first one died.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Okay. Why this movie looks bad, doesn't it?
No, I'm excited. I like Sherlock Holmes. Like I've said before, I like mysteries, and Sherlock Holmes is one of my favorite detectives. So I mean, it's kind of
overrated.
I'm down to see this different take because it's like an older Sherlock Holmes, like actually training a Watson to be like the new Sherlock Holmes. So it's kind of like taking up the mantle. A little bit of like I could see like a Watson coming of age story or something like that.
Okay. Who plays Watson?
So I mean, no, I haven't seen the name for the. I know it's a kid, but I haven't seen a name attached to it yet.
It's a kid.
Yeah, like it's a kid.
It's a kid's movie.
No, because it's Magneto. It's not a kid's movie.
Ah, dude, no, fuck that.
But yeah, that's on my list.
Oh,
Mr. Holmes.
Okay, all right, whatever. Each their own, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of westerns, Jane Got a Gun, the Natalie Portman Western movie that I wrote about on our website, theextendedition.com. first off, I love westerns. We just talked about 3 movies that are westerns that we're excited for. I love westerns. The biggest celebrity crush I've had in my life, besides Jessica Alba, is Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is amazing in every movie she makes, except for, even in Thor, which was the best part about Thor. Yeah, Natalie Portman. Give her a gun and a western. I'm excited for it.
Yes,
that's simple. Looks good. The director, I don't even think is an amazing director. I don't think her cast with her is an amazing cast. But since it's Natalie Portman, I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
So, that's simple.
Okay. I've got. How many more do you have on your list?
I have 1.
Okay, because I have 3.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay. So the next one I want to talk about is Chappie.
Okay. Yeah.
It is from the director of District 9. Yeah, Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9 and Elysium and all that stuff.
Which I actually bought today.
Yeah, and it's got Hugh Jackman in it. It's got Sigourney
Real Steel
Weaver.
too.
Yeah, basically
Real Steel
the
too.
Same robots from Real Steel, if you didn't know. But I'm excited for this movie. It looks awesome to see this kind of. It's a different take on artificial intelligence than most people get. It reminds me of AI.
Which I bought today too.
Yeah, from back in the day.
I bought.
You bought AI?
Elysium and AI today. I'm dead
serious.
Okay. It's crazy.
But yeah, I'm excited. I saw that trailer recently. It looked really, really good. So yeah, well, see, and I like Neil Blomkamp.
With Chappie, which again looks very interesting. It looks really well done. And I loved him. I loved District 9, but that was more so. I think that was Steven Spielberg's movie. No, that was Peter Jackson's movie, and then he took over for it.
Right.
Elysium, I hear mixed things about. I'll find out tonight when I watch it.
Elysium's all right.
I'll find out tonight. Yeah, I'll find out tonight when I watch it. The cover of the Blu-ray says, it's a quote from some newspaper. It's like Matt Damon's best performance ever. I was like,
no,
fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
No, it's not his best performance ever. It's obvious
Matt Damon's most best performance of all time is We Bought a Zoo. It's
what? You set me up and then you brought me down because I thought we were on the same page with Jason Bourne because it's obviously his greatest
Jason
performance.
Bourne or The Good Shepherd or whatever. Yeah. He's a great actor.
We Bought a Zoo, motherfucker.
But the thing with Chappie is this though. I watched the trailer for Chappie and again it looks great. Hugh Jackman, I'm all about.
Right.
The robots look cool.
Yeah.
I watched a movie that I was really excited for, very similar to Revenge of the Green Dragons. I was very excited for a movie to come out. This probably came out a few months ago. A movie called Automata, which Antonio Banderas was in it, and it's about robots. It was basically like a different version of Blade Runner, based on the same type of story, about intelligence and artificial intelligence becoming self-aware, and it had robots in it, and they're like robots. And I was like, I saw Chappie and I was like, will this movie give me a bad taste in my mouth as well? Because Automata was a piece of shit.
It was bad.
I bought that. I bought it. I was like so excited for it because the trailer looked so like Blade Runner-y. And the movie sucked. So I'm worried that Chappie. I mean, I know Neil Blomkamp can make science fiction. That's all he makes is science fiction.
Yeah, that's
I know I know he can do it. But I don't know if it'll be amazing.
I don't know if it'll be amazing. I think it'll definitely be a fun time. It looked like it'll be a fun movie, which is kind of weird to say because it's supposed to be like dramatic style, but but it looked like it'd be a fun movie. I'm excited to see it. So
yeah, I agree. I'm definitely interested in it. If I have time, I'll check it out. In theaters for sure. When that comes out soon, isn't it?
I think it comes out in March. Okay,
that's not too far away.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 months or something like that.
The last thing on my list, which again you have more, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I have like 2.
The last thing on my list, which is The Given, most important movie to come out in 2015. Yes. Star Wars, fuck out of here. Event Age of Ultron, what is that?
What is that?
Number one movie I'm most excited for in 2015 is the Cold War Untitled movie with Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg.
I'm not excited for that.
It's the best team to ever exist besides David Fincher and Trent Reznor.
And Ben F.
It's a great team. It's whenever they work together, it's great. Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
What's it called? Catch Me If You Can. And
Fantastic.
What's the HBO? I forget the World War II Band of Brothers, like whenever they work
Band
together,
of Brothers.
Yeah, whenever you work together, you have great stuff, and
Right.
this is a great time period that I don't think is touched on a lot. It's Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks. Spielberg is a visionary. I just watched Minority Report last night. Still a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's a spy movie. He's never made a spy movie before. I think he can do a really good thing with spy movies. So I am so excited for that movie.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too.
So, what you got?
Okay, the next two I've got are the very first one. We talked about it on the show before. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a blockbuster.
We Bought a Zoo too.
Close. It's got a zoo in it. Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Yes.
No.
It's We Bought a Zoo full of dinosaurs.
Yeah, right. We bought. Yeah.
But
No,
I know you're not excited for it. But I am. I like Jurassic Park. But if those raptors are really trained, I'm probably going to punch Chris Pratt in the face. Because that's not the point of Jurassic Park. But I'm excited for it. I really want...
New trailer comes out Super Bowl.
It does?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, new trailer confirmed for Super Bowl.
Now I have to watch a Super Bowl.
I don't care. Absolutely zero for this movie because number 3 was so bad that this increasingly got worse from 1 to 3.
That's true.
1 was so great with the magic that it had with the animatronics in it.
Yeah.
You know, there's like, and then seeing the scene with Chris Pratt on a motorcycle with raptors around him, it's like, I don't care. I think they're doing a really good job by leading up with this whole hybrid dinosaur thing by not showing it at all and making it seem like a threat.
Yeah.
That's really cool, but it's a fucking alligator, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Because it can swim and it can be on land. That's an alligator.
Yeah, I think something like
That's an alligator, isn't it? No, whatever.
I mean, it's got long arms too, so it probably crawls on all fours. So yeah, it's probably an alligator.
But I mean, I'll watch it. Again, I think this movie is something I'll see with friends.
Yeah.
If it comes out in some time where my friends are around, like you're back in town.
Yeah.
I'm not going to gripe about seeing it. You know, I'll watch it. But just 3 was that bad that, like, it's like, fuck. Even 10 years later, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree. With third being bad.
Yeah.
Not for this one not being good. I think it's going to be good.
Well, it's Chris
I'm excited
Pratt. Chris Pratt sucks. So.
Well, we can agree to
Who plays
disagree.
the girl in this movie? Is it Charlize Theron?
No, it's I think it's the same girl from In Time with Justin Timberlake. Oh, never mind.
I have never seen a single movie
with Justin Timberlake
in it. I will never watch a movie with Justin Timberlake in it.
In Time was a good movie.
That's the movie where they have you pay for life points, right?
Yeah, basically. You pay for time. Everything's time based. It doesn't
shit.
make any sense.
Looks like shit.
But I think it's the same
actress.
redheaded chick from that movie.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure because
in Jurassic World does not look bad. Besides that one scene, doesn't look bad. I think they're setting it up really well by having the park be popular, having it be full of people. That's great, but they better make sure that when the dinosaur strikes, there are people still fill the park. Don't make the park like, oh, they left the day before the dinosaur got free.
Yeah.
No. I want to see carnage. I want to see.
There better be some people getting
eaten. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I agree. There better be some people getting eaten.
Totally.
The last movie that I'll talk about is The Gunman.
Oh,
looks so
Penn. Good. It
looks so good.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
know
looks
so good.
too much with Sean Penn. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head of too much movies that Sean Penn's in besides
Graduate.
He was in that Gangster Squad movie. He was in The Graduate?
That's him, isn't it?
I thought that was Dustin Hoffman.
Oh yeah, it's Dustin Hoffman. That's Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sean Penn's legendary, flat out.
Yeah, but
Sean Penn's. I can't remember. He's been in so many movies.
Yeah, but he looks absolutely phenomenal in this movie. He looks like a badass, like Liam Neeson when he started taking it reminds me of that kind of gritty in your face. I'm gonna punch some dudes and shoot them in the face because they tried to mess with my woman and shit.
He also, by the way,
awesome.
he was in Mystic River, which I mentioned earlier that I love.
Oh yeah, the Clint Eastwood movie.
But I wrote an article about this on our website, sendit.com, where the trailer was first released, and I wrote an article about it, kind of explain my thoughts on it. And it looks really cool. It looks like a fun action movie, but it reminds me so much of The Mechanic. Just because the title just stay the movie, yeah. Which I thought that movie was fine.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I mean, yeah, it looks awesome to me. I'm down to see it. Sean Penn looks like a badass. So yeah, I'm all down to see it.
But since you mentioned this movie and it's called The Gunman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of the movies, I did mention, I didn't put on my list. I'm very excited for The Martian, which is the Ridley Scott, Matt Damon science fiction movie.
Oh, okay.
And that...
Yeah, I'm down to see that.
And here's the IMDb thing for it, like the little description.
Okay.
An astronaut left behind uses his experiences and knowledge to continue his life on an alien planet, hopes that one day he'll be rescued. That could just be Gravity 2. That could just be
it's Gravity 2 with one less person. Is that what it's going to be?
It could
without
could be
George Clooney?
Interstellar, the sequel. I don't know.
The sequel?
But it's Ridley Scott doing science fiction again. And after Exodus, I haven't seen Exodus. People gave it a lot of shit.
Yeah.
If he can pull it back to Alien roots, like the actual movie Alien, I think this would be great. Matt Damon's amazing. Yes. You've seen We Bought a Zoo. He's killer in that movie.
Oof.
So good. Oscar performance. He'll be great.
Best.
So yeah, totally. Anything else you're excited for? I mean, obviously the big ones: Avengers, Spectre, Star Wars. They're a given. We're gonna see them.
Yeah, Avengers, Ant-Man, all that stuff. I do have one last movie.
Sure.
We talked about it earlier, but I hadn't really seen too much about it until I actually saw a trailer for that too. There were so many trailers before American Sniper. It was ridiculous.
Dude, when I saw Inherent Vice, there was 20 minutes of trailers at Inherent Vice.
There was like 15 minutes of trailers for American Sniper. They showed a trailer for this Moby Dick movie. I was like, I want to see Moby Dick the movie.
Good. That movie looks great.
No.
That's Ron Howard. That
has teeth?
Ron Howard, Chris Hemsworth. Yo, that movie looks good. Flat out. I'm seeing it.
It looks like the Master and Commander with a whale.
Hey.
I'm not down
with that.
I'm not down.
I'm down with that.
I'm not down for it.
All right, whatever.
But Moby Dick, the movie, no. I mean, I'll probably it looked all right. But am I cutting out?
You were a second, yeah.
That's what I thought. But Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Yeah. Next month.
That movie looked awesome. Yeah, next month.
I didn't mention Jupiter Ascending because it comes out next month.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the other movie that I'm super down to see. It looks awesome. Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson looks funny as fuck, being a villain, which I love when he plays villains.
It's like that, and same thing with Jupiter Ascending, which again comes out next month. It's like they're so soon to me that I don't really register. Like the hype's there, but like I'm going to see it in 4 weeks.
It's basically on my doorstep.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to bring up.
So, guys, that was what we're most excited for in 2015. Yes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs podcast. Before we head out, make sure you check out our website at theextendededition.com for your source for movie news, TV news sometimes, and cool articles that we post. Like an article I posted earlier this week about martial arts movies.
Yes.
It's a cool article. Check it out. Like Zach mentioned, tonight you'll see his review of American bullshit movie, American Sniper, Bradley Cooper, best directorial, best actor for an Oscar. I'm excited to read it, Zach. I'm down to see what you think about it.
Yeah,
in depth. Zach, where can they find this at online?
They can find us online at facebook.com/Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs podcast. They can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Ticket Stubs podcast. They can find us on Twitter at ticket_stubs, and they can find us at our website extendededition.com. We also have some other cool stuff where they can check us out at. They can follow us, follow me on Twitter at Zach Austin Tyler. See any sort of movie news or anything like that, anything that I think is important that you guys should know about. Where can they find you at, Jason?
You can find me on Twitter It's at We Bought a Zoo Fan 93. No, you can find me on Twitter at Super Ultra J. J has JAYY.
Yes.
Instagram is the same thing. If you're on Tumblr, you can check me out on Tumblr at No Country for Old Dong on tumblr.com. Cool stuff.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I remember just now?
What is that?
This episode is a landmark episode. You know why?
Why?
This is our 10th episode.
It is our 10th episode.
This is our double-digit episode. This is important.
If we're on a military base,
we're official.
We got IDs.
Yeah, we got IDs. We're official now. We got it. We're in there.
So we're 6 more away from getting our license.
Yeah, we are. And then, another 2 away from that, from, being able to vote and all the good American stuff.
And buy porn.
Yeah, and cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks, guys, for listening to this week's episode. We'll check back next week with you guys when we come back with more movie news, discussions, and our new segment called Matt Damon's Best Movies. Thanks, guys, for checking out this week. We'll catch you later.
Spoiler alert, it's We Bought a Zoo.
I think they're making a sequel, dude. I think it's going to win an Oscar.
Dude, I'm not... don't doubt it. Matt Damon, best work ever. Right there.